What are your non-negotiables in life and in your coaching philosophy?
So I post my non-negotiables every morning.
Okay.
Every morning. So number one, win the alarm. Every time, every morning. I'm never gonna let alarm beat
Amber.
me.
No.
Win the alarm, no matter what. That's number one. So alarm goes off at 4:30. We gotta win every day.
Do you have any tricks for that for people out there listening?
So I think you actually go before the alarm goes off the night before.
Okay.
Now, I'm not telling somebody how to live their life, but I don't party, I don't drink, I don't do anything that's going to affect me from winning the alarm. I think life is a domino effect. So if I do the things prior the night before, I'm always going to win my alarm. Now, I travel a lot. I do different things. Life happens.
Right.
But in terms of people who have a hard time getting up, or, you know, it's a real issue for people. Like, it's
I
real.
would say it might be the number one thing as trainers, coaches, like the number one thing you hear. I can't get up in the morning.
I've started to hear it. I'm confused.
And I love it when they say I can't get up in the morning. What does that even mean? And then from the South, I say can't, never could. So it's like, you know, that doesn't even make any sense.
When you hear the
can do anything that you choose to do. So it's a decision at the end of the day. It's a decision. That's it.
Like, you hear the alarm.
Right.
Like, what do you do? Like, it's the I've just started because I've been working with athletes for so long. It's been normal. So as I got into this space, and, you know, like, when I'm working with clients and like, hey, like, I don't really have much time to train. I'm like, well, just train before you go to work. Wake up in the morning.
Exactly.
Oh, well, how am I supposed to wake up at? What do you mean? The alarm goes off, you get up. So number one, win the alarm. Like I said, if I could help anybody prior to that, I'd say, you know, the night before, the day before, like, life's a domino effect, you know, good and bad. You stack good days, you almost like you get a good outcome. You stack bad habits and bad days, you get a bad outcome. Number two, win the workout. Win the workout. So, and I'm glad, I like this when you talk about no days off, because win the workout doesn't mean I'm crushing, I'm running, I'm doing. Win the workout could be going for a walk, getting your mind. That's winning the workout.
Yes.
That is doing something.
Yes.
That is doing something for your physical, your mental, your emotional state. So when people see win the workout, I don't lift weights Sunday through Sunday. I don't. Like, we walk the dog, we do different types of things. That's my workout for the day. Like, I'm winning the workout. Number three is win the meal. So when I win the meal, I mean, we're talking macro base, we're talking, you know, putting myself in a position so I can feel good, so I can look good, so my confidence can be high. I think that is underrated value in looking the way you want to look. Like, people like, oh, like, you want to look good for the opposite sex, or like whatever it may be. The confidence level that you get from looking a certain way is undefeated. It's undefeated. And the reason undefeated, because it allows you to speak a certain way, knowing I've done what I possibly could do to be my best version. Am I perfect? No, but I'm doing what I possibly can do to be my best version. It gives me that I want to say, like, you know, that outlook on life in terms of when I say win the meal. So putting stuff in my body that I know is going to help me. So when I come and speak to you, I can say it, I can feel comfortable, I can spread that message because I know I do it.
Right.
People can't do that because it's like, you ever see somebody who's like, maybe a doctor, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
How?
Right.
Like, and even when sometimes when those type of people speak, they have a hard time speaking it because they know you're looking at them like, what?
Exactly.
So win the meal. Number four is the great thing that we talk about is it's win the battle against my ego. Win the battle against my ego. So whatever that may be, talking on the camera, doing something I don't want to do. Am I trying to get Travis a win, or am I trying to help somebody in the world win? Which direction am I going to take? So I'm always trying to win the battle against my ego. I think that, you know, in a space where, like, you know, like I said, when you're on all over the world traveling, things like this, it's like, how can I help somebody? Or do I just accept all this because we're in Cabo, we're living it up? Or do I figure out how can I help somebody? That's, you know, me letting my ego get the best of me. And then the fifth one, it kind of sums it all up. It's always win the decision. That'll be the best, that'll help me be my best version. So for instance, when I knew that this was an option, there was nothing to talk about. Like, this is not about me. This is about somebody to listen to it and say, like, hey man, like, maybe I do want to be my best version. Maybe I don't want to be stagnant. Maybe I don't want to take no days off to be my best version. Like, that's why I'm here. I'm not here for me. And I think that's those 5 things that I post every single morning just realigns me for the day. Hey man, win the alarm. We got to win. Some people wake up with an L as soon as, like, I was supposed to wake up an hour ago.
Yep.
You already, like,
Domino effect.
Boom, boom, boom,
Right.
boom, boom. I'm late for this.
Exactly what you said.
I'm not going to eat breakfast. Let me just go grab this. Guys.
Miss my workout. Like, yeah.
Life is a sum of decisions.
Yep.
I don't care what nobody says. Like, things happen. I get it. Like, hey, my father did life in prison, so I'm the first person to say, like, things do happen.
Right.
But at the end of the day, life is a sum of decisions. Regardless where you want to look at it, it's a sum of decisions. So if I can do those 5 things to the best of my ability, I can lay my head at night and be like, hey man, today wasn't a good day, but we did our 5 things. We put ourselves in the best position to win. Maybe we took an L. I don't really believe in L's, but maybe, maybe it didn't work out the way we wanted it to.
Right.
But I did what I know I possibly could have done that day for the result that I wanted.
Yeah. So win the alarm. Some of the things that I tell people all the time is like, if you have a problem winning the alarm, put your alarm somewhere outside of the bedroom. So it forces you to get up.
I like that.
So the kitchen alarm is my favorite because it's obnoxious, it's loud, and it literally forces you. And then whatever your routine is, so if it's like tea, coffee, water, lemon, whatever it is, supplements, whatever it is, have that out ready in the kitchen. And then typically you're not going to go back to sleep, Also the conversation you have in your head. So when we wake up, no matter if you're Travis or me or Oscar or whatever, the first thing that pops in your head is like, you feel good in the cozy ass bed. Like we're all human. Like we're not some weird creatures. But you have to change that narrative that's going on in your head. So in order to win the alarm, you have to win the conversation you're having with yourself. So you can't wake up and be like, oh, I'm so tired. It's so comfortable. You can't do that. You have to wake up and know, no, it's time to win the day, win the alarm. So I think it's that conversation you have. Win the workout.
Yeah.
I love what you said about it. I mean, you're literally speaking my language because I think people get so caught up into they have to do some, High Rocks gladiator workout every day. And no, it literally can be going for a walk. It can be jumping out of bed and doing push-ups. But do something. Do something. And at least say that I did something. So I love that. Win the meal. That's the toughest one for people, other than probably waking up. But win the meal is so hard for people to make the right decisions. But I think, and I don't know your program off the bat, but I think that when you deal in macros and moderation rather than elimination, I think you win more than you lose.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Because we're not saying you can't have pizza and pancakes or whatever. No. We're actually saying you can, but just don't eat like a whole box at one time. So people need to dive into your program on that because I can already tell that you've got some really good information there.
Ego.
Win the ego. Have you read Ego is an Enemy?
Yep, I have. All right. We're on holiday.
So that book is required reading for my staff. And then I've been told by like 2 or 3 mentors, you should read that every year. So I love that one too. It's just, it's because it's a battle, every day. But I will say this, like, I think that there's also this narrative that ego is not confidence. And I think that you still need to be confident in your decisions instead of like yes, be humble, but don't don't play small is what I'm trying to say.
For sure.
Like don't play small.
For sure.
Like still be confident. And it is not listening to your ego sometimes that is making you more confident, and that you're able to do it. And what's the last one?
It sums it up. Win the best decision to be my best version.
So then if you're making all these decisions,
5 is easy.
Yeah. You're an example of discipline. And then when you walked in the gym today, I mean, trust me, everybody's like, man, who is this dude? As soon as I saw you, I was like, damn, and that's how everyone should walk in a room. You should walk in a room and people should notice. But to me, the way you look is the outward appearance of discipline. It's reflection of discipline. Because you're doing all these things, and now you're showcasing the results,
For sure. So, I mean, I and what you said is what I try to tell all my clients and everybody. You can do it.
Everybody
you can do it. And I have real estate agents in my coaching program. I have all types of people, and I'm like, I want you to walk into sell a house. And I want them to be like, yo, this is what, like, control it because you feel calm. Not, I don't know what type this table is. Like, no, this is marble right here. People feel that energy because you're confident in who you are, but you have to do the work. We all have to do the work within to keep the confidence. If I start doing the stagnation cycle, or I'm satisfied and I'm become standstill, now I lose that. Now I come on here and I can't give the people what the energy that they need because I haven't been doing the things that I've been doing. I'm not perfect. There are times where I fall off my macros because I'm traveling, I'm doing stuff like that, and I lose. I'm like, man, like I'm not clicking the way I want to click because I'm not doing the things that I need to be preaching about, you know? And so I think a lot of times that people look at this stuff as like, well, I'm not in the fitness industry. It's like, you're missing the whole point, man. I'm trying to help you create the person that I know you want to be. I know if we all close our eyes right now and envision ourselves, nobody envisions themselves as some out of shape person. You don't. You don't. You like, oh, this is what I want to look like. So why are we not doing it?
Yeah.
Why? Because you know this is work required, like you said.
This is hard.
It's hard. Yeah, you know.